Hello, my name is S5Y and I'm the author of Landlord. Today I'm going to show you how to use Landlord version 0.1.0 and some of the features that are available in the plugin. First and foremost, let's go over the commands. The first command is /property, which will give you the property selector stick. The second command is manage houses, which will show you all of your own properties or the deeds to your owned properties. And finally, remove renter is the last command in the plugin, which will give you the renter remover. In order to select a property, you have to make sure that you have enough money, which is configurable in the plugin, which we'll look at later, and that your house has a oak door, a crafting table, and a white bed. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your property selector, you're going to want to right click the bottom left most corner of your property on the ground and your top right most property on the ground. You'll notice that once you do that, you can't break any of the blocks in the property because this property is now owned by a renter. This is the renter spawn egg. You can put the renter anywhere on the property. If you try to throw the renter off the property, he'll die immediately and you'll get your renter egg back. So we'll throw a renter egg in the house. Now we have our renter in our property. This property is impervious to griefing. You cannot place blocks, you cannot break blocks, you cannot blow up the property. Every in-game day, you will be able to collect rent on the property, which is configurable. As you'll notice, I've collected rent on the property and it displays my balance. Finally, if you want to sell your property, you can do manage houses, and the property that you're currently standing on will appear green. You'll notice that when I'm away from the property is red. That way, if you have multiple properties, you can know which one you're managing. So all I have to do to sell the property is stand on the property, do /manage houses, select the property, and click accept. How much money you make on the sale of a property is also configurable in the plugin config. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the plugin configuration and some of the permissions in the plugin. In our Landlord folder, we have two different files. We have our config and our property locations. Our property locations shouldn't be touched. This will be a list of a whole bunch of JSON objects pertaining to data on all of the properties on the server. Configuration, on the other hand, has 5 different options: the maximum size of the property, the amount that you can sell the property for, the amount of money you collect on rent, the amount of days that will pass before rent is collected, and the amount it costs to register a home. If you go to the mod_rent link, you'll be able to see all of the various permissions for the plugin that you can add on Luck Perms or other permission manager. I do hope that you enjoy using Landlord and consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, as I have just passed 100 subscribers and I post content based on Minecraft and other various gaming and technology, as well as educational content. I hope to see you in the future and have fun being a landlord in Minecraft.